Do you have your rocks yet? Are you ready? Are you collecting rocks? I use an Easter basket for rocks. Here's your collecting rocks. You just put it in there and off you go. Rocks. We are about to start our tutorials on how to do the stories of Jesus, especially the last week before the resurrection. And there are a lot of amazing stories to tell, but you need some rocks to be able to do it. What you need to do is to be collecting some rocks so that when you see these tutorials, you can do it too. So make sure, first of all, you get round rocks, like any round rocks, any size round rock. So here are some that I just picked up when I went for a walk. And you can see we've got bigger ones and littler ones, different shapes, just kind of round, because you can use them for heads and all kinds of other things, but we have a very special purpose for them, and so we need a whole bunch of kind of round rocks. Doesn't matter if they're thick, or if they're super thin. That thing is super thin, or if it's got weird stuff on it, like this one does. It doesn't matter, just any that you can find. So make a collection of those, and then get your longer rocks too. So any kind of long rock will be great. Even if you might find some really big ones. This was a real treasure for sure. I don't see ones like this hardly ever, so I picked up that. But you might also just find little teeny ones, and those are so great too, because this could actually be a foot, or it might end up being an arm for a really tiny thing that we make. Super useful. So no matter what size of a long rock you find, pick it up and keep it. So if you just go into school, or you're on your bike, or you're walking, whatever, and you see one on the ground, pick it up. And then make sure you wash it when you get home, because it's nice to work with clean hands and clean rocks. So hang tight, because I'll be back with some instructions on how to do these. But let me give you a sneak peek, okay? So we're going to do the last week before Jesus was resurrected, his last week of his life. This is my most favorite picture of them all. As you can see, all my little finger marks on them. This is Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane. And these are all of the sins and sorrows and mistakes and pain and misery that we experience in life. And so Jesus took all of those onto his back, and he took them away so that we don't have to keep them anymore. So we will be talking about that story, and then we'll make this piece of rock art. And I'll show you 3 different ways to make him, easier ways. It's so fun to make angels too. And we'll talk about where the story is in the scripture and what the story says. We'll just read it right out of the Bible. So that's going to be so fun to be making these. And that's just one of them. So I'm scrambling to make these tutorials for you, and hopefully I'll be able to make a bunch. There's the one I did with Jesus on the cross. I'm trying to make that even for you. That one's really sad to make. I cried through that whole thing. I'll tell you about that story too. But then, ta-da-da-da-da! We get to do the resurrection. So the resurrection is so fun in rocks, because your collection that you already have, all of them can work in here as you make that tomb. So that will be super fun to make too. So just start collecting your rocks so we have some to work with, okay? Okay, so, some people have Easter baskets for eggs. I use an Easter basket for rocks. Here's your collecting rocks. You just put it in there and off you go. Okay, I'll see you soon. I have a surprise to show you. Our kitty just had kittens just 2 weeks ago, and they just opened their eyes. So sweet. Hi, buddy. Say hi to all my friends. Yeah, look how cute he is. Do you want to see the other guys? This is Rowdy. Hi, Rowdy. Rowdy has blue eyes. Hi, baby. Oh. Say hi to my friends. Oh. The mom's outside, otherwise she would be telling us how much trouble we're in. But we just wanted to show you the kittens. Let me show you the third one. This is little black. He has a white tummy. He's about 2.5 weeks old. Look at his cute little white feet. I'm Patti Rokus with rockstellstories.com, and I'm excited to share with you these tutorials and all the videos. So sign up at rockstellstories.com or subscribe to these videos here. See you soon.